You don't find that suspicious? All right. Maybe I should just make a yellow or something. Hmm. That's not where that shit's supposed to be at. I mean, it's basically the same. Basically the same one. Okay. I mean, I guess it's better than nothing, right? Because I mean, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. 393. Six five. I mean, you ain't gotta. Just let it be known, man. Just let it be shown. Just let it be shown. Don't let it be known. Let it be shown. All right. Let's see if we can. Let me see if we can find an opportunity to make some money here. That shit does not work. It's like it's been missing that. Like it's literally just been missing it. And I don't understand why. Like, that shit just misses it now. Dude, that's a very interesting question because I never thought about that. I've never considered that to even be a possibility, and yet people are talking about it. Hey, yo, what's up, bro, kid? Never thought that to be a possibility at all. There's no reason that would be a possibility. Hey, Rug, kid, I have a question for you. I just seen a very interesting theory. This theory states that Erica Kirk and JD Vance may be going to run for the presidency of 2028. Would you want Erica Kirk to be the vice president and then possibly the freaking president after that? It's crazy to even think that. I recall when that incident happened with Charlie Kirk, this guy was hysteric and said that this guy was going to be the next president. I was like, dude, I never can. I mean, how? He's not even a politician. I guess you really don't have to be a politician to be a president, but I mean, he goes around college campuses and rage baiting the students. How do you go from that to being a president or even considered being a president? I mean, if that's the case, then Kanye West can run for president. I mean, he'd probably win. And let's just be real about that shit. Yeah, he'd probably win. But the silly games that you think he should, it'll be very interesting. Honestly, if celebrities started running for president, and you gotta really think about this, why hasn't a celebrity run for president? Because they would probably win. So that just tells me that they're probably being told not to. Because, I mean, if they play presidents in their, if they're actors and they played presidents, I mean, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. You're just playing a president for real this time. You're just going to play a president for the next 4 years. It's a role. It's not like it's a title or anything, or not necessarily a title, but it's not like you would have real power to make real decisions anyway. I mean, the president is just the face of the company. That's all he is. The face of the company. He's not allowed to do anything unless given permission. We should know this by now. We should all know this by now. But Charlie Kirk and JD Vance running for the 2028 Republican campaign would be absolutely insane. I mean, at that point, shit. I mean, the Democrats don't have anybody. They don't have nobody. I mean, the only person they really have is Michelle Obama, but she's not gonna run. That's the only person they have for her. But it'll be very interesting to see what happens, because I mean, The Simpsons already kind of predicted all this stuff. It's very interesting to see that about 25 to 50% of what they predicted is already coming true. Trump won the presidency. I mean, shit. I mean, that little escalator fiasco. I don't know if they staged that to mirror the Simpsons episode. I mean, that can easily be done. I mean, the world is a stage. Trump is a very good actor. I mean, he's been in the media forever. But what I find concerning is that in that episode they talked about economic collapse, and if energy prices start to soar, that would be the catalyst. I mean, we spoke about this last night. Energy is the foundation of everything. And if that's too expensive to transport product, then costs will go up. Businesses will, I mean, shit, they gotta fuel these trucks. Businesses will go out of business. So hopefully this incident gets resolved in Iran, and hopefully we don't see another Simpsons prediction. Hopefully we don't. Which honestly, I don't call them predictions. I just call them plans. I mean, these are plans. These are not predictions. Kind of like how they, honestly, man, the government must really think that we're stupid because I couldn't believe. So they said that somebody, potentially an Iranian, broke into a military base, broke into a facility on that said base, stole some Tomahawk drones, and was able to leave that base without being detected, without no alarms going off, and then utilizing those drones to conduct an attack on themselves. If anybody is in the military, you know that is some BS. I was in supply, and let me tell you this: there is nothing leaving the warehouse without it being assigned to somebody and somebody signing something. There's always somebody in the warehouse, 24/7. There is never a, and then especially drones would probably be classified. I mean, actually, they would be because the radios in the jets that we had to watch. I had a security clearance just to be able to handle those radios for jets. So I can only assume, and that it's highly likely that those drones would also be handled, if not in the same way or even at more of an extensive level. There is no way somebody is doing that. I couldn't believe that when they actually reported that. I thought that was, I was like, wow, I can't believe that. I really couldn't. I mean, yeah. Anybody that's a veteran or prior military knows that that's some BS. First off, you're not getting on base, first off, without either somebody sponsoring you on the base or you having your own military ID, first off. And you're not getting into a military facility if you're not supposed to be there. You're just not, because they have key cards and stuff like that in order to even get in the building. So unless they're just throwing drones into areas, unrestricted areas where anybody can get to them, then that whole story is unlike that. I couldn't believe that they must think that we stupid. I mean, I guess because the world is distracted the way that it is, they're just like, oh, they're not going to think about it. We're just going to tell them that, and people are just going to believe it. Hopefully this, well, the petrodollar is the foundation of what makes the United States. I mean, if the petrodollar were to go away, we would turn into a third world country overnight. We would. I mean, the United States operates at a debt deficit. And the only reason why we're able to do that is that petrodollar. And Iran is talking about transacting in the yuan, which makes holding American dollars unnecessary. So if oil transactions begin to if the yuan is now an acceptable currency to trade and purchase oil in, that is a national security threat to the United States. Anything that tries to deviate from that petrodollar is a national security threat. It is. If you live here in the United States, it will be total chaos if that were to happen. So that much is very true. And that's why the United States is always going over there to these oil-rich these countries and quote unquote starting these wars because they know what will happen. And nowhere will be safe. I wasn't at my desk when this leg happened. So this breakout pullback trade on gold, I missed it because I wasn't at my desk. I wish this thing kind of happened. Yeah, I think I was just getting to my desk and it was pushing higher. I could have jumped into this. I could have. Maybe I should have. But I'm gonna take my. Seriously? I'm gonna take my chances at that area right there for a short. Take my chances. Oh shit! Hold on, guys. Give me one second. Anyway, it was cold the entire day here in Texas, man. The sun was out and it was absolutely freaking cold. I just couldn't believe just how cold it just got out of nowhere. Like the weather here is just so awful. One day it's warm and sunny. You think that it's summer is just around the corner when technically it is spring. And then winter comes back out of nowhere and it's like, yeah, I'm not done yet. All right, so let's see if the market's gonna fill me today. Yesterday, I just had excuse me. I had a hard time getting filled yesterday. Hey, yo, what's up, Tony Gold? Had a hard time getting filled yesterday, which was really it was frustrating to say the least. So, but we did have that winning trade towards the end of this, the end of the stream this morning, and I will say that I'm glad that happened because for whatever reason that win kind of it felt like a reset. It felt like a reset for me because it felt like I was scrambling just to get a win because it just seemed like nothing was working. A lot of good trades were presenting themselves and I was overlooking them. Like I overlooked a good trade this morning because of the size of the trade. I didn't think that we was not going to see anything significant from it. I think it was. I mean, well, and I guess what I will say is that I guess normally I probably wouldn't have taken this trade, but this was the orb. The orb, we did see a breaker structure and then a pullback. I mean, this was the orb right here. So from this block of price action onward was the orb, and it kind of broke structure to the left and pulled back. I didn't want to take that trade because the orb was so small and I didn't want to get caught in it going down. But I mean, obviously the market pushed higher and then it crashed out. And you know, I made a big mistake this morning. I was measuring, or I was using this leg as the impulsive leg instead of using this leg as the impulsive leg right here, which, you know, in hindsight, I mean, this is obviously the impulsive leg and this is the pullback. And I don't know why I did that to myself this morning, honestly. I was kind of thinking about that because, you know, once I asked myself, you know, where did I go wrong? It was very interesting that my mind just literally pointed it out. I mean, it knew it was there the whole time. And all I had to ask was, what was I doing wrong? And it was like, yeah, so this was the leg. And, you know, as I was looking at this leg and I measured this leg right here, that's when I was like, you know what? That's where I made my mistake, because you can literally see the market bouncing at the structure right here. And then it pulls back deeper into this little range that's right there. I think we got the pullback into this at the bottom of the range right there. That's where we kind of got in right there, which was a great trade. Beautiful trade. It went straight to target, which was very rejuvenating because I was not having a good time at all. So all right, so I mean, so we're close. We'll see if what the market does here. We'll see if we'll get that push, and then the market will kind of drop in that area, and I can get this target filled. This profit target filled. Okay, trader, you already requested your payout already? So based on what I'm looking at on the Nasdaq here, we could see the market actually crash out. We could see the market actually go lower here because That's the Friday's high. We got a sweep above that high right there. I mean, that swept the high beautifully, and then we're seeing the rejection. Really, we're seeing the rejection. Yeah, this is why. Yeah, I'm not even taking Nasdaq seriously. I'm not taking this damn thing seriously, man. Wacko jacko freaking price action. But yeah, so we got the market to sweep the liquidity, and it now we have price actually breaking the initial balance low here, and we got the market trending. We got the EMA sloped. We have the 200 EMA sloped. So, I mean, this is the Nasdaq, so I mean the bulls can kind of come out of nowhere. We do have a breaker structure here. Wow. So if you took the initial balance trade this morning, a pullback to the 50% would have been a very lucrative trade. Looks like the market bounced twice at the 50%. So if you missed the first time at the 50%, you could have gotten the trade at the second time and traded at the 50%. Hmm. But yeah, you guys can have this. Hmm. I wonder. I want to see if this thing is going to fill my order. Because technically this is a buy limit right here. Technically this is a buy limit. So I wonder if this is going to fill this order. Uh, yeah, that's got to be them buying themselves out of that position. That has to be them buying it. They sold and then they got stopped out. That has to be what that is. Hmm. Yeah, looks like a nice big yellow. Right. Well, 34. Hmm. It ain't my birthday, but all right. So what I plan to do with this position right here, I don't plan on keeping this one on overnight though. The market has kind of rejected from this area multiple times. Uh, if I don't get this one filled, I will just pull this order and come back tomorrow and just look for a setup then because we've been in this area about 3 times now. You can see that the market has just been shorting in this area multiple times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I mean, I guess technically, that's the big drop. Pulls back. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we can count this 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and this is the 13th time that they've shorted in the proximity of this area right here. So what do I expect? I expect a big squeeze when we finally break out because we have so much sell side liquidity above these highs. We have so much buy side liquidity underneath these lows. Whichever side this thing breaks out of first, we're gonna. I mean, if it's not a sweep, if it's not a liquidity sweep and is actually a real break, I feel like it's gonna be a really big break. The market has just been consolidating for the last 24 plus hours, or at least 8 hours. The last 8 hours. You remember when gold literally traded in a range for like 12, 24 hours and we had that big monstrous move afterwards? If we see the same thing again, that's exactly what I'm going to expect. Just a big monstrous move that if you try to get in the way of all that momentum, you're just going to get crushed. You will get crushed if you try to get in the way of that momentum. Apologizing for being such a horrible person. Finding. I get it though. It's kind of hard. It is challenging to execute in an environment where everybody trusts you and you don't want to be the reason why people lose money. Just put their baggage on you. Okay. Well. Wow. 42. Yeah, that's only what 6, 7 points. Wait for instructions. Wait for instructions. Hmm. I think this is why I start trading 3 instruments. This is why I start trading 3 instruments. Usually when one stops moving, I just look at another one, but Mm. Man, mm. I'm gonna take advantage of that though. I guess when the market is ranging, yeah, those are really good trades. Things that people say it doesn't mean what they mean. Oh yeah. So what was I thinking? It's 33, so it needs to go to 23. What was I thinking? 34. Yeah, that's 10 points. It needs to go to 520. Okay. Actually, I'll probably just leave this. No, I leave this on and then it don't even work. Hmm. could just do that. So could just do that. We do not have. Do we have FOMC on Wednesday? Do we have FOMC on Wednesday? Oh, wow. We have FOMC on Wednesday. We have PPI, which honestly is probably not going to do anything. No one cares about PPI on a day that we have the FOMC. So I don't know why they chose to actually release the PPI data on Wednesday. I mean, you're gonna see a reaction, but you're not gonna see a sustained reaction because we have FOMC. That's interesting. So I didn't know we had FOMC this week. Tomorrow we have ADP employment change, which, man, that's about it. I don't think we got anything other than that. And that's going to be in the pre-market. That's not even going to, I guess it could affect the, I guess it could, but it's highly likely that it won't. And then we have Fed Jerome speaking on a Saturday. That's interesting. So the last time this happened, when Fed Chair Jerome Powell spoke on like the weekend or something like that, it held the market up on that Friday. I remember that Friday like it was yesterday because I was in a position that I was up in, and I was hoping for the breakout on the Nasdaq, and that breakout did not come until after the weekend. I was going long, hoping, and then eventually the bulls just kind of gave up on it, and the bears took over, or at least the bulls just stopped buying, and the bears stepped in. And I had a winning position go red because I was looking for that breakout. And sure enough, after the weekend and Jerome Powell didn't say anything that was too crazy, the market broke out of that range and trended higher. So it looks like we could see something very similar. We could see that on Friday. Now that we have initial jobless claims on Thursday. Let's look at that. Don't mind my HEB. That's how you know I'm in Texas, if you're looking at HEB. All right, so we have the FOMC in the next 1 day, 15 hours, 33 minutes, and seconds. So the market believes that the current rate will hold steady and that we won't see a 25 basis cut on Wednesday. So the market believes that the market will hold steady. The market, I mean, I guess it's a good thing that the market doesn't believe that we'll see a rate increase because we're so close to the Fed's 2% goal. I believe the last CPI print was at 2.4%, and the Fed's goal is at 2%. So we're close. We're close to the Fed's goal. I'm surprised it didn't raise. Well, I mean, I guess he could raise rates. He could. But then I guess that would probably disrupt the labor market. It would force employers to fire some of their employees just to cut costs. But they're so close. Interesting. Hmm. Okay. So I believe Jerome Powell probably has what, two more? Yes, two more. So I think the meeting's like every what? I think it's like 3 months, isn't it? No, he has actually one more meeting. April 29th will be his last meeting. And then we will have a new Fed chair for the June meeting. Hmm. His last, so April 29th will be his last FOMC conference as the Fed chair. Now, just because he's not going to be the Fed chair anymore, he's still going to be on the board. So he'll still be a voting member, but he just won't be at the head of the table. That's a tough pill to swallow. For anybody that was in a leadership position, no matter how much you hate your job, just being at the seat of power makes it all worth it. And having somebody else's butt in your chair or a chair that you used to sit in, that's not a good feeling because you're used to, well, not you. Jerome Powell is used to making the decisions, or at least the final decisions, right? And if he's going to remain on the board, he's going to have to humble himself in terms of, man, I don't make the decisions anymore. I don't have the final say anymore. So I wonder how that's going to work for him. Or maybe he doesn't care about that type of stuff. I don't know. But if I'm not going to be the Fed chair anymore, then I need to find another career. I need to find something else to do. Because the new guy is going to come in, and in order to, I mean, if the old boss is still in the room, there's going to be a split between the factions. There's going to be people that's going to be loyal to Jerome Powell, even though he's no longer going to be or remain the Fed chair. And then the new guy is going to have to come in and try to usurp those loyal to him in order to get them on his side. Hmm. 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 I mean, you had to say. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, what I was considering was if I see a bullish candle pushing off of the short and medium term EMAs, I wouldn't mind actually. It actually could do it. So if I see a strong candle pushing off of the EMAs, then I wouldn't mind at least getting in one contract on this thing. Just one contract. If I can see a strong. What a super tight stop. Probably a couple of points underneath that low. Hmm. But it needs to close strong though. Hmm. 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 Let's see if they try to trap all the bears underneath this EMA. I mean, we do have a lower high here. But we also have the market trending. And this could potentially be a pullback, so we'll see. I see a strong close. I wouldn't mind it. I'll get in with one contract. Well, I mean, I haven't taken any trades in my funded account tonight, so. probably like what, 21. Mm. Mm. No, how many times you tell yourself that, bro? How often do you tell yourself that? More than once. And what do? Continue to do it. Continue to do it. Continue to do it. Hey, that's interesting. Me, yeah. Oh shit. I didn't, I meant to get into this position a lot sooner. I meant to get into this a lot sooner. Wanted to ride up the mm, mm. Mm. Hmm. Look at it deciding if it wants to take out my damn stop. Hmm. That might have been a double top rejection right there. I mean, technically it is. Uh, we'll see what happens if it breaks. If it breaks this low right here, that kind of just that does it for the bears. It takes out that low prior to the bulls. Like you drop something and the damn thing just disappears into another dimension. Shit. Unless you can do it yourself. Okay. You in this long too, Tony Gold? I probably might cut this. Maybe. Maybe. I cut this thing's gonna explode or something like that. Okay. Well. Oh, so you already got 133 ticks on this move? Oh, congratulations on that, man. Yikes. Damn. You say you traded 25 contracts? Well, hold on. Was that same night where was that yesterday night? I noticed he was in long towards the highs and then Well, the market actually went to 40 though. Were you able to get out of that in profit or? Ah, shit. Hmm. Well, I mean, it looks like they're buying. Or at least they were trying to buy it there, but it played out at 4 a.m. And I guess we'll see, man, because they're buying this thing. Look at all this buying at that low right here. Look at all this buying, and they're buying it. Hmm. So what? Y'all bulls did all of that just to not push it? Let me pull this order before I forget. I'm gonna pull this order. I'm not gonna keep it on. I'm not gonna keep it on. I gotta get I have to be reacquainted with gold, honestly. It really depends on how you trade. Right now, well, I mean, I guess we have to break it down. We really have to break it down because right now, Top Step X is the only platform that allows you to set your risk, set how many contracts you want to trade, block instruments that you don't want to trade, and then lock out your risk settings until the next session. Right now, it's the only platform that does that for firms. So if you like trading on the Top Step X platform and you need the system to automate your rules and force you to adhere to your rules, I would say Top Step X. Just because it's the only platform. I mean, the only thing that, depending on how you trade, is that now with these new accounts, they're more expensive than what they used to be. And they have a scaling plan and a consistency rule. So if that's important to you to be able to, I think with the 50Ks, you start out with 20 lots, or I'm sorry, 20 micros, or 2 mini contracts, or 2 lots, and then it goes up from there. Lucid has a decent 50K account. I think they have 2. One where you can pass one in one day, but it has a consistency rule. I think 40% consistency. And then you have a 50K account that has the consistency on the eval side, where you can pass it in 2 days, and then you have no consistency in the funded side. Tradeify also has a good, I mean, it's very similar. The only thing that's different with Tradeify's 50Ks is that instead of going for a buffer, you have a profit target. So basically you have about 2 phases with Tradeify, low key. And once you get to that profit target, you're able to take a payout, and you can take I think you can take about like 50. I think you can only take what 1500 the first time, and then it goes up from there. So you can literally take half your balance. I mean, you can do that with all of them, but with Tradeify, you have to make $3,000, and once you reach that $3,000 profit target, you can take 1500 out, which will leave you with $1,500 in drawdown, and you can just keep grinding it out like that. I don't think anyone has the best. I don't think anybody has the best 50Ks. They have their perks and they have their downfalls. It really, honestly, what it comes down to is what's important to you when you read their rules. You said that it was YM. You can only trade 2 on gold. Okay. Are you talking about? Hold on. What are you talking about, Tony? But yeah, truly, it really depends on what's important to you. For me, my favorite 50K right now would probably be the Top Step accounts, because I still have the old accounts. So, I mean, honestly, even if I were to get the new accounts, I trade with only 5 micros anyway. I trade in a consistent way anyway. So, I mean, the new rules doesn't affect me in how I trade. But what's important to me is that the risk settings. Once other firms come out with risk settings that I can lock, and that I can kind of adjust the way that I want, then oh, you passed it? Yeah, I think Top Step right now the Top Step 50Ks are it has the best benefits right now. I know Alpha Trader is trying to come out with a Project X like platform, but honestly, I mean, I guess the newer traders like to be able to kind of adjust their stop and their profit target. When I first started trading, I was not interested in trading futures until I saw a video where I can trade on the chart itself, and I was like, dude, this makes it into a video game. And I've been trading on NinjaTrader 8 ever since. I mean, the only other platform that I've traded as much as, well, not as much, but that I will alternate with is Project X. I wouldn't replace Project X with the NinjaTrader 8, but yeah. Yeah, Lucid is good too. You can take as long as you want on those accounts. They don't rebuild. So you can really take your time on those accounts. Yeah, I probably should have closed this one when I had the chance. I don't think. I mean, I'll leave this on. I'll leave it on. But yeah, I think because TradeC is Lucid's. So this is Lucid's Project X like account, where it looks like Project X, but well, actually, it looks nothing like Project X. This is just TradingView. And as you can see, there's no lockout feature. I can't adjust how many contracts I want to trade. I can't adjust which instruments I want to block and lock it out. So, when I'm on tilt, I can't adjust it while I'm on tilt. And I can just let the system handle my rules, and I can just focus on trading. So once they get the risk settings, then in my opinion, then Top Step, in my opinion, offers the best 50K because of the risk settings. That's the only reason why I would say that right now. I think Top Step has the it allows you to take, well, actually I'm not going to say that because honestly I really don't know. I don't know how they changed their rules to their live accounts because I don't really plan on becoming a live trader with Top Step. I just kind of want to stay sim funded and just be paid. I don't plan on becoming a live trader. So honestly, I don't know. I don't try to. But the one thing that I do like about Lucid is that they're offering. So once you become a live trader with Lucid, you're able to swing trade, which is pretty dope. It's pretty dope. No, I haven't. No, I haven't looked at the day traders. I think I didn't because they had like 8 days that you had to. I mean, we can look at it, but it was like 8 days that you have to trade 8 days into a payout, which I was like, you know what? You have to have 8 qualifying days before you can get paid out. Q days is what they call it. Q days. Oh no, 18 minutes. I got 18 minutes or I don't get my 90% off today. Maximize your earnings with automated payments. I only have 18 minutes. They got straight to live. Oh, wow. Straight to funded, straight to live. What? Dude, these are not even expensive. I mean, they're 369. Get out of here. Straight to live, huh? That's interesting. That's an interesting concept. Straight to live. Oh, they have is intraday trailing. Intraday trailing on a live account. So these are basically Apex accounts. Yeah, these are Apex accounts right here. Oh, shit. Oh, snap. Yo, these are traps. These are traps. This is a trap. You have intraday trailing with a daily loss limit. What? Intraday trailing with a daily loss limit. That is a trap. And on top of that, you have a 25% consistency rule that you have to adhere to. So that means that you have to at least trade for, I think, what, 5? I think about 8 days. Yeah, 8 days. Yeah. Because the 20% accounts, you got to at least trade like 7 or 8 or something, like 7 to get the 20% consistency. So if they got 25, so I mean basically the 8Q day rule, they're just keeping that the same. Huh. So what do you think? My thoughts exactly, man. My thoughts exactly. I don't need a dude. They're just trying to sell me a chicken sandwich and calling it something else. Like, dude, I don't care if it's alive or funded or what. Like, dude, you can call it whatever the hell you want. As as long at the end of the road I get paid when I meet the qualifications. That's all I care about. I don't care about what you calling these stupid ass accounts. The 007 account. It's like, y'all don't give a fuck what you call it. Pay me. That's it. But that's insane. That is insane. But people are gonna buy it. I mean, they wouldn't have dropped these plans if they didn't have the data that people would buy this. People's gonna buy it. Yeah, I know, dude. Honestly, I don't know. Dude, I don't know. I don't understand that. But what I will say is that, remember, I don't know if how long everybody's been kind of in this prop firm game. I started in what, 2020, when there was only a few prop firms. It was only UProfit, Top Step, Earn the Trade. There was only probably like 5 prop firms max when I first started trading. And then after Apex came, and then everybody became Apex clones after they found out that you can make $20 million a month. That's when all the other prop firms started to pop out. But I started when there was only a few of them. And being a live trader was a badge of honor. So it's kind of like a pay to play. I don't know if people care about saying like, oh yeah, I'm a live trader. It's kind of like winning a championship and using that to kind of negotiate a better deal on your next contract. I think that's kind of the same thing in a trader world, because if you go to the Top Step Discord, and anybody that has a teal name, regardless of what they say, people, speak to them, and it's as if they're gods with that teal color name. People actually call other people white names as a derogatory term, which says that you're still a beginner, you haven't even passed a combine yet, and you haven't gotten paid out. That's not necessarily true. I mean, people don't necessarily have to request the role, but if you have a quote unquote white name, then people won't listen to you. But if you have a teal name, people will definitely listen to you. So, I mean, because I noticed that, and if I'm a prop firm owner and I want to take advantage of that quote unquote live status, because I mean, once traders become live traders, and I guess they get more followers, people's like, oh man, he must knows what he's doing if he got moved to a live account, blah blah blah. So I mean, that will be my assumption. They'll get people to pay for it. People are going to pay for it. But that is absolutely insane. A trailing drawdown and a daily loss limit on top of that, and a consistency rule, the trifecta. The trifecta. I like how they said that this is their most popular plan. It's like, how do you know this is your most popular plan if y'all just came out with this shit? How is this your most popular? But yeah, that's very interesting. Uh, yeah, looks like everybody has that Project X platform. Oh, this is Onyx. Yeah, Onyx. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see. I'm still going to short in that area on this account. This is kind of a throwaway account. It's a 25K account. I'm not going to necessarily take this account seriously. I kind of got this account for Nasdaq, but I don't want to trade Nasdaq. And I don't want to. I'm kind of tired of the heartache, man. Nasdaq literally missed me by what 10 points. I mean, for no reason. For no reason it missed me. I mean, I'm just so tired of that stupid shit. I have my limit sitting at 75. For whatever reason, the Nasdaq decided to stop at 65. For whatever reason. For whatever reason. Decided to sit at 65 and not 75. And I was like, you know what? You just get tired of the bullshit. So I don't know what to do with it. But we'll see. We'll see if we get this limit hit. And then we'll be done. We'll be done for the night. Yeah, I'm not gonna let you grab me by the hands right now, Gold. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Hit that of course. I mean, Gold would be perfect if she didn't do that bullshit right there. If she didn't do that bullshit. And is always in front of your target. Like it's insane how good she is at that. This is a random target, man. It's so random. But for her to just to always stop like dead at the target, it's just insane. You said you got trailed out? Congratulations, man. Always got to deal with this bullshit from gold, man. Always. You know, honestly, I think so. I mean, shit, tomorrow on Wednesday we have FOMC. So I'm pretty sure the market is going to use the New York session for the setup to FOMC. I mean, we usually see that the day before the setup. There we go. All right, guys. And like, dude, y'all guys see it, man. Y'all see it, right? It's so interesting that she just stalled right there. Like, dude, there's literally nothing there. There's literally nothing to the left. Literally nothing to the left. Well, I mean, well, technically there is something to the left, but I mean, there's nothing like right here. This is where my target was. I mean, what was the holdup? I freaking swear. And it was just a random target, just a P&L target. I mean, I just kind of randomly just chose it. All right. But all right, guys, that's gonna be it for me tonight. I do appreciate everybody that joined me tonight. We will come back tomorrow morning, and we'll definitely look for more opportunities to earn some more money. And with that said, peace out, everybody, and keep on jabbing.